like Obama got in office, basically. And even when Bush was in office, I was researching, and that's the main thing is research. Even if somebody presents you information, use your critical thinking and think about it and research it and find out if it's true or not for yourself. And that's all yield there, man. I love you guys. I love this country, and I love what we got going here, and we got a bright future. I yield. Thank you.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, brother. Silent, my brother, you're up again. Go ahead. Oh man. When you look at the big picture, okay. Here's the way I look at it. Right. Everybody in this space, we're a bunch of badasses, and we're learning from everybody. Like I've been listening to everybody tonight, and I've learned so much, and I appreciate everybody in here, man. MJ, Samson, Sally, Welly, Trump Frog, Stellar. I mean, it's just, and this is the thing. When you look at X, okay, it's the mainstream media. The mainstream media is done, okay? It's over with. I looked at the news today, like I was at my office, and I was like, okay, let me see what's going on Yahoo.com. I knew about that shit yesterday. So everybody's trying to, validate their existence, I guess.
Welcome to Wabash County, Indiana, a welcoming community where you can find the perfect balance of living.
They're not going to validate their existence, and then at some point, and I can see this in a long, because I always look 10 years down the road, right? I have to. I always look 10 years down the road, and at some point, we're going to be on X, and if Sun Tzu needs $5 for a McDonald's chicken fried steak or whatever, I can send you $5.
He's not going to eat chicken fried steak from McDonald's.
Like the most disgusting thing you've ever think of.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right, I'm sorry.
Why was you on that McDonald's recently? They're cleaning it up.
Okay, shit, okay, whatever.
Steak at like Ruth's Chris somewhere nice.
Oh yeah, no shit. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Vegas soon, so y'all get ready. Trump Frog and stuff. But look, the thing is, you'll be able to at some point be on X. We're on a space, and Sun Tzu or whoever, Trump. Hey, I need a Whataburger with cheese with the fried chicken, and you'll be able to zip them some shit real quick, and you can get your Whataburger with cheese and whatever, right? This is the future. Okay? And Trump's cabinet picks, I'm sorry, okay, to be honest with everybody,
Massacred over 1,400.
a lot of them are good, but some of them are kind of old school, right?
Like you said.
So you have to look at what's going on in the future. Like I had a guy today from China, and he literally wanted to trade XRP for like $500,000 of a sale, right?
He's like, done it.
No, I did do it. So $500,000 of buying fence pickets coming from China on what we call a container, right? There's 24,000 board feet on a container, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to bore you with that. But you bring a container over on a ship, and they want you to pay their ship. And guess what happened? In 3 seconds, he had his money.
The scent of flowers does not travel against.
So this is where the world's going. If you do Bitcoin, it takes an hour, I think it is.
It takes longer.
Okay. Oh, is it longer than that? Okay.
Yeah.
XRP was 3 seconds, man. He was like,
And it's very expensive, uses a lot of gas. It's not good at all.
Yeah, well, y'all excuse my, what do you call it, the accent? But he goes, and it was done. He was after it shit. So anyway, I got a confirmation back. They're going to ship my shit. And guess what happens on the ship when they ship your shit? You get priority. Because your stuff's already paid for. It's called free alongside in world economics, if you will. Okay? So, actually, when China was Japan, I'm sorry. But you have to look at where we're going in this was on top of that shit, left and right. And he was in the Bitcoin conference. He was like, "Oh yeah, okay, Bitcoin. It's slow." He knows that. He's not stupid. He's a smart dude, man. He's like, "Okay, it's slow." When he hired a contractor to build, the Taj Mahal, do you think he wanted to wait? No. So everybody's about the Amazon effect, which Amazon did get. But the thing is, we're moving at the speed of light, and the only place that's moving at the speed of light is X, and and we're all in this together. And get involved locally, however you can, because the more you can affect your local community, the bigger this thing is going to get. And we got a couple years till the next election, I think. I was talking to some people today in the GOP here in Harris County, and there's elections coming up in 2026, right?
Transform your ride into a
But you got to get involved, man, because once we move this ship, the only way we're going to move the ship is to, the weight guy that picks up
Slim, we
the.
still have to clean up. I need to talk to you off air. We need to clean up the elections, our local elections and stuff. The swing states are really corrupt. I'm blasting it out like crazy, like you don't even understand. Our states that were really red ended up going the other way, just like Arizona. So Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, all of us are having our senator, well, here we did, ended up going to the Democrat when the Republican actually won, and turning in massive fraud and things like that. So need to figure out how to get it so that we're noticed as well.
Well, you know why, Stellar? You know why that happened in Arizona? Because one half of the precinct chair positions are empty in Arizona.
They fired the ones that were MAGA.
Yep. And so what you have to do is you have to have some alpha ballers, and you have to get in there and get involved like I am. I'm in the middle of this shit. I can tell you, I talk to people all the time. And I'm
We
just
have a
telling
meeting
y'all.
on Tuesday. We have a meeting on Tuesday, and I'm calling out our GOP chairwoman here in Nevada because she's not doing anything, and I just pretty much called her out on sedition and treason for rolling over on this and not letting our voices be heard. So I'm calling it all out.
Well, good job. I got one Thursday night from 6 to 9 this week. I'm going to be there for 3 hours. I might do a Mr. Simon's Neighborhood on that one. I don't know. But the bullshit that you see, and that's the key. You got to get, but this is where General Flynn comes in. Because we talk about the cabinet picks and the border trafficking updates. Okay, General Flynn is a badass.
Techno-optimistic.
And he-
I've never said that
well,
before.
Mike
but
Smith.
Worked here.
I
I was just
have
going
to
to say
give Mike Smith
optimist,
some credit.
but relating to
All the
technology.
credit, actually. He's the one
Well,
that
we're all
brought me into this.
stressed about how the deficit is going to get fixed and the economy is going to get fixed over the next few years. Just know that I'm pretty confident that money's going to go away. It's going to be fine. In like 5 years, we're not going to have money anymore. We're going to have AGI. Everything's going to be automated. I know, super unpopular take. You're all political in here. But seriously, it's going to be great. Everything's amazing.
It is going to be amazing.
Everything is going to be great.
No one watching this will draw any other conclusion. I'm staggered about how brazen you've been. Yeah, I mean, I don't like it when people think they're better than other people. And you see that in Israel, and they're acting like that, and they're treating Palestinians like second-class citizens. They're treating them like subhuman beasts, and it sells that in their Talmud. So it says if you are not a Jew, that you are basically subhuman. And I don't think that Judaism and Christianity go hand in hand. I mean, they believe that Jesus is in hell burning in human shit, and they believe that the Virgin Mary is a whore. So I don't think those are two religions that really intersect very well. But we've been programmed that they do, and we've been programmed that it's okay and that Jews are the chosen people, and I just disagree with that. I think everybody's equal. Do you even comprehend how this interview is going to play out when it airs? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be bad. But, my opinion is not politically correct, but I believe that is the truth. There's 2 billion Muslims, but everybody wants to, promote this anti-Muslim, this hatred for Muslim, like they're all, these terrorists. And I think the Israelis are the terrorists. I think they are the ones perpetuating the big acts of terrorism. And, nobody wants to talk about that. What do you say to Jewish people who may watch this and be utterly horrified by what they're hearing? They can be horrified. I mean, I was horrified to find that they mass murdered Christians. I was horrified to learn the things that they teach in the Talmud. I was horrified that they think that Jesus is burning in shit in hell. I was horrified that they think that the Virgin Mary is a whore. I was horrified to learn that they think it's okay to steal from Gentiles. I was horrified to hear that there is, two sets of justice. I was horrified to find out that they think it's okay to, gang rape Palestinian prisoners. I was horrified about all those things. I'm horrified that we're funding a genocide right now. So they can be horrified. Dan Bilzerian, you do? I don't like a religion that says that they're better than other people. And you say to Jewish people who may watch this and be utterly horrified by what they're hearing? They can be horrified. I mean, I was horrified to find that they mass murdered Christians. $6 million of them were killed in World War II by a genocidal monster in the Holocaust. It sounds to me, Dan, like you do actually hate Jewish people. What's that? Well, you do.
Foreign migrants.
People, they put up multiple people against you, not just one. They'll put up like 3 or 4.
Just to take you down, just to get rid of you. Wow, crazy. Thank you, Spaghetti, for for correcting me before. I must have not understood. I didn't understand it correctly, but I return the mic true to Ian. Thank you very much. Thanks for the explanation.
Oh, thank you, Doc. Appreciate it. See, the Jew below still wants to come back up. More subversions.
Truth, were you in that space with Suleiman earlier today where I was arguing with that A.B. Sampson guy, and I was just like, you're a fucking idiot, it's so infuriating to speak to these people because he's like, October 7th was a genocide, but what's going on in Gaza is precision, discriminate, it's totally cool, It's like, how do you even think like that? I was just thinking about that all night. Like, how can you say that October 7th was a targeted genocide, but Gaza is like totally above board? Like, this is the sort of like mindset that you can't even that you can't, first of all, you can't argue with them because they're delusional. But second, they cut you off at every moment to do like a gotcha or I brought up Nick one time and he kept interrupting me to talk about Nick Fuentes, and it's just hilarious. Like, these people are fucking morons.
It's huckstering, Spaghetti.
Yeah. By the way, I actually was there and I was listening while I was at the gym. I know the Jew below thinks that I haven't been to a gym before, but not that it matters what he thinks.
Got him on the gym thing. Got him on the gym
Charlie's
thing.
devil, so to speak. They are devil worshippers after all, and Christ killers. Yeah, he was going off about 10-7 and about how also the attacks, they call them the attacks, them getting their as they handed to them in Amsterdam was a pogrom. Like, how could it be a pogrom if there were no casualties? You guys provoked the entire thing. You called for death to the Arabs, so you incited violence and your own attempted genocide. Then you went about, destroying someone else's flag, and you also beat up or harmed a cab driver, Uber driver, whichever. I think it was an Uber driver, and you were causing all kinds of ruckus and mayhem. And so some of the locals responded to the harm and the disruption the Jews were causing. And because the Jews didn't have the army there to be able to drop their dumb bombs and, you know, the F-35s to do the aerial bombing campaigns and their tanks and their, you know, their Merkava, I mean, the wide range of weapons that they have, you know, they couldn't fight mano a mano because the Jew, in fact, is weak. They're pathetic.
Think about how evil it is, though. Just 1 second. Think about how evil it is, though. They take that situation and they try to redirect the right-wing anger into Muslim immigrants. You know, it's, yeah, sure, you know, the immigration in Europe is terrible.
The mental gymnastics the Jews play. They take what should have been clear blame for their bad behavior and try to spin it, because that's how the Jew operates, and blame Muslim immigrants for actually checking them. In fact, what I would say to those Muslims who carry that out is the other locals should learn from what the Muslims did there, and they should check the Jews who misbehave exactly like that.
Yeah, they have no respect.
Sometimes a little street justice is good when you've got these reckless and these terrible bad faith actors that just seek to cause mayhem within the city. They need to get checked, and perhaps they're not going to learn from the error of their ways. They use it as an opportunity to express their victimhood and to try to blame Muslims for the crimes that they commit. Sorry, go ahead, Spaghetti.
Yeah, it's just crazy, and you can see, like, all the right-wing European nationalist parties, they all have conspicuous ties to Israel, whether it's like they give pro-Israel speeches or they have, like, Jews involved or whatever, and it's just funny, like, if you look at it at a macro level, you have all of this immigration from the Middle East going into Europe at the fault of Israel. And then they take it and redirect the anger about that away from themselves.
And he stood up to them. And I think he won. They ended up trying to arrest him. He went to court. But he tormented this woman at the same time. I mean, he tore her up. YouTube. She's fat. She's this. She's like, the guy won't stop. He's relentless. But, you know, he's like, look, your rules don't trump my rights of free speech. You can't force me to have to sign this piece of paper. Very interesting. He's a First Amendment guy, and he likes poking the bear, dragging him out to arrest him, to then come back and win in court. Like, that's his game. So, I don't know. He might actually know, but it's an interesting thing. And like I said, I think there's probably more malleable people that are trying to climb and can't climb because of the economy, because of the situation. Right? And that they're in community college. They're not having a string set to them with some lefty, grant. They got grant money for their degree and, scholarships and all this crap. So, I don't know. They're not bought. They're struggling. Please don't scroll.
I agree with all of that. And I would say that, especially now, my probation, by the way, is ending in 73 days. So, can we just take a minute? Lou, can you please maybe a round of applause or something? Thank you.
Find the button fast enough.
That's when we should have the party. We don't have to worry about anything happening.
Well, I already put out a post the other day, and I said if anyone's going to the inauguration, stay a few extra days, because I'm dead serious. I'm going to do, on January 23rd, countdown to midnight, I'm going to do a party in D.C., and it's going to be Brandon's off probation party, so it's happening. But anyway, Patrick, after I'm off probation, it's going to free up my mobility considerably. That's been one of the hardest things about the last 4 years, is not being able to just travel freely like I used to, and be able to do as much stuff as I used to do. But I'll be able to again, and I really want to speak more. I've never spoken at a high school. I want to speak in high schools.
Hi, everybody. I'm that guy who comes back to high schools to speak to you. How's everybody doing?
And I would definitely look into the community college thing. I think it's a great idea.
Hey, as far as the get-together goes, Lou, so we chat with Gads this morning. You all know how much Gads hates that Friedenborg guy, right? Well, he lives about 8 minutes from me.
Friedenborg.
So I told Gads, I said, if we get people in for the inauguration, we need to have a little party at the local pub down by Friedenborg's house so that Gads can give him a frickin' wedgie, right? Because I know he wants to. And I said, well, just get a bunch of Spaces people over there for drinks, and we'll invite him and maybe Jamie Raskin over for a little speech and debate. see if they bother to show up. We'll just troll them the whole way. Should be interesting. So, Brandon, looking forward to if you guys are having something in DC that week. Let me know where the parties are at. I'm in. I'll go meet you guys anywhere, anytime.
Now, I could possibly arrange to be in DC longer, just saying.
Great, and I think we should give Josh Denny a wedgie.
That was I'm gonna hate missing all that. I just want to tell everybody good night. You know, it's a rare occasion that I got home at this hour at 11:30 and was able to spend the last hour and a half with you guys. Pleasure seeing you again, Brandon. And let's all just we'll just keep doing what we've been doing, right, guys? I mean, it worked. And now we just got to expand our horizons. That's what I'm hearing here. Like Brandon talking about getting into high schools and so forth. Expand our horizons. So love you all. Have a great night. Talk to you all again soon.
Lou,
Yes.
somebody just called me a cum dumpster.
Dude, almost
same.
Brandon, quit bragging about how many friends you have. Jeez, you know?
Some dumpster gutter slut is what I usually hear.
By the way, I just texted to Brandon. If these women get any crazier, we're gonna have to pivot walk away from women. You know, they're overplaying their hand. Gay guys are way too much fun for women to be this psycho.
Fucking advice too. Don't even talk. That's bull. You need us just as much as we need you.
Well, this was a man, but I put out a post 3 hours ago. I said, "Dear Trump haters, you'd be 100% finished with Trump in a matter of weeks if you just let the 2020 election play out naturally. Now you've got him until 2028. And Ryken says, "We will take him over, cum dumpster." But the confusing part is cum dumpster, both the C and the D are capitalized, and he put it in quotation marks. It's a little confusing. Can I put it in the nest?
Yeah, sure, why not?